So it's been a long time, like a long time, since I've done a soundtrack ranking video. Like, it's been 11, no, it's been 10 videos that I've uploaded since the last time I did a soundtrack ranking video, which was NHL06. And that was on August 28th. So that was like 2 months ago. It's been 2 months. So I'm finally ready to rank NHL 2005. And NHL 2005 has always been kind of weird to me because NHL 2005 came out in 2004, and it came out for the 2004-2005 season, except there was no 2004-2005 season due to the lockout. So it just seems kind of like a weird game almost, because I don't know if people wouldn't buy it, because like sometimes when you watch hockey it makes you want to buy play the hockey video game that came out, but I don't know if sales were better or worse, or maybe they were the same, because then again, like, maybe people tried to fill in their absence of hockey by playing NHL 2005, but, I mean, I don't know. I could probably do some research, but that's not the point of the video. The point of this video is the soundtrack was pretty good. Let's review it. I don't believe NHL 2005 has any bad songs. Most of the songs on the soundtrack are actually pretty good. This one's a little bit average. It's alright, I guess. Kinda has more of a FIFA feel to it, which maybe is probably why they used it in FIFA 2005. Way to reuse some songs, NHL. This is a pretty good song. I like this song, and I think it's a good song. It's not great, but I feel like it's a good song, better than Carmageddon was, so that's why it's above it, obviously. We are the lazy generation. We are the lazy generation now. Yes, nice self-censorship F-ups, but again, this is a good song, not a great song. I just feel like it's a little too repetitive for it to be considered a great song. Saturday night rapping is a renegade. We're on a mission to no submission. The youth is on the left. I think it's kind of funny that they used a song called Saturday Night in NHL 2005 and NHL 06. Like, back to back, both songs have the same name, but yet they're different songs. I want to know, like, the reasoning behind this, if they, like, just didn't realize they did that, or if they were like, hey, let's see, little Easter egg, if people notice that it's the same title, but it's a different song. Ooh. So now we've gotten to the top 10. There's still no bad songs, because there never were bad songs. But these songs are going to be more than pretty good. These songs are going to start getting more to the great side of the scale. And while this song, I would say, is just pretty good, it's not, great. Still a good song, though. But the songs ahead are going to be great, I guess. If I did this review without acknowledging the fact that the network is what Green Day used to be before they were Green Day, well, that would probably be like a federal crime or something. But obviously it doesn't sound quite exactly like Green Day. It doesn't really have that Green Day feel to it because, well, it's not Green Day. It's kind of like early Green Day, like before they were Green Day. I think it's still a good song, which is why I put it in the top 10. But, you know, there was Green Day, I think, was still, you know, still figuring it out a little bit, I guess. Apparently being a bride is very popular among bands such as Burning Brides or Black Veil Brides or whatever you want to call your band. Okay, so this is where we're going to start getting into the great songs of NHL 2005. We've been on the pretty good songs really since the 13th song, but now these songs are going to start getting great. They were pretty good, then they were a little bit better, but still pretty good, then a little bit better than that, then a little bit better than that, but they were still pretty good, and now we're going to get some great songs. This is such a great song, and I really wanted to put it in the top 5, but then there were 5 other songs that I wanted to put in the top 5 more, which is why I did put them in the top 5, yeah. Oh yeah, that's such a great song. I love it, great song. Is it just me, or does NHL 2005 have a lot of songs that were, like, just names of things, like Orpheus, Rochambeau, Carmageddon? It's kind of weird. With a name like Ash, or with a name like Orpheus by a band called Ash, you would think that, you know, it might be, like, one of the darker, heavier songs, but it's not. Actually, it's one of the less dark songs in any of the NHL soundtracks, and in my opinion, it is one of the best songs in NHL 2005. So in NHL 07, 2 years after this game, there was Barely Listening, and after the whole lemons are nice but limes are nicer thing, I'm not entirely certain EA didn't do this on purpose. Out of all the Papa Roach songs in the NHL soundtracks, I think this one is my favorite. I already talked about the one in NHL 10, which was Into the Light, and then in NHL 2003, I will tell you guys all about my thoughts on She Loves Me Not. But this one, I think, is my favorite Papa Roach song. And all of the top 3 songs I considered putting at number 1 at a time, until eventually I decided that number 1 should be what number 1 is. In case anybody's wondering, take the red to the orange line refers to the railroad you gotta take to get to the garden. So by this point of doing Dropkick Murphys songs, if I type Dropkick into the title thing, Murphys automatically pops up next on autocorrect, so, you know, it's pretty cool. I think, so I was, like I said, all the top 3 songs, I was thinking about putting at number 1, and this one, for a long time, I was thinking about putting at number 1, but I was like, but is it though? And so, you know, I really like this song because, you know, obviously, you know, Boston and the Bruins, that's kind of my team, so I might be a little bit biased in that department, which is part of the reason why I didn't want to put this at number 1. Also because I was calling out Keys to the City from NHL 10 as Blackhawks propaganda, but yet here we are putting this song at number 2, even though it's like the Bruins equivalent of that song. And this one doesn't even have a Bruin on the cover for NHL 2005. Yeah, that's right, guys. Did you know that before this whole World War I thing happened, Franz Ferdinand actually was a pretty good singer? That's a joke, obviously. I hope nobody believes that. But this is the song that I chose as number 1, obviously, because that's where I put it in the video. Because this is just a really catchy song, like, really catchy. Like, really, really, like, wow. It's just a really good song. I mean, there were a couple other songs that I was considering putting at number 1, but nah, this was the one that had to be at number 1. And so I'm going to hope to get the NHL 2004 ranking video out a little bit quicker. So don't expect to have to wait 2 months for this again. Not like anybody really waits for these videos to come out anyway. I mean, if you do watch my videos, you probably just see the notification and be like, no, that's cool. And then you click. Don't know if anybody really spends a lot of time waiting for me to make these videos. But if you do, then I'm sorry that it took 2 months because, wow, I'm sorry I didn't know you existed.